I was able to add over 50 different knowledge bases to a single AI agent because I discovered something called the B.R.A.I.N framework. Most people think that the more data the AI has, the smarter it gets, right? Well, that's actually wrong, because the more data it has, the more likely it is to hallucinate. I've seen agents collapse, fail, and very confidently make up answers that were completely wrong, simply because they were fed too much data too fast. So to help you out today, I'll first of all show you a live demo of what we built, and second, I'm going to show you how we built it on the back end and introduce you to the B.R.A.I.N framework. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. My name's Liam. I help many different companies use this tech to save tens and tens of thousands a year. If you would like to do the same for your business, I've opened up 3 spots for a free consultation. You can find links in the description below, and I hope to see you in there. So here we are in Retail AI. Retail AI is an AI agent platform that we use to build this AI agent. Super quick context, this is for an Airbnb management company, and they have about 50 different properties, so we should be able to ask very specific questions, which I'm going to demonstrate to you right now.
Benvenuti a Class B&B, my name is Claire. What language would you like to speak?
English is fine, Claire, thank you. I was wondering, could you just tell me, like in general, which documents would I need to provide?
You'll just need a valid ID or passport. If you're traveling with children and don't have their IDs, you can upload the adult IDs again. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I was wondering, could you tell me my network name?
Just to confirm, have you already booked a stay with Class B&B,
Oh, yeah,
or are you looking to book?
I've already booked a stay. I've already checked in.
Thanks for letting me know. Could you please give me your reservation ID?
Yeah, it's
I'll check the details.
41781.
Thank you. So your reservation ID is 4041781.
Sorry, just
Can you
1
please
4. So it's 41781.
Thank you for clarifying. So your reservation ID is 41781. Can you please confirm
Yeah,
that this
exactly.
is correct?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Let me quickly check your network name. Your network name is Airbnb Guest. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna ask also if I could bring my friend, because he has this kangaroo. Can I bring that into my... actually, it's not a kangaroo, it's an ostrich. Can he bring the ostrich into my property?
Let me quickly check the pet policy for your property. I'm sorry, I can't find the answer to whether you can bring an ostrich into your property. Would you like me to transfer you to a colleague who can help with this special request?
Okay, no, that's good. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, so I asked a few different questions, and I quickly want to walk you through what actually happened on the back end. So as you can see, there's 2 types of workflows here. We have one for general questions, like which documents do I need to bring, what's check-in and check-out time, and so on. But then we have another one, which is more specific for the property, like what's my Wi-Fi name, or can I bring an ostrich? Now, I showed you those 2 examples because the second one is the most interesting. Now, as you heard, she asked for my reservation ID. Based on the reservation ID, what happened next is she checked in the actual reservation system, and then she found the property that I was staying at. And then in this Google Sheet, which I showed you, we have all the different properties. Now, I've removed the other knowledge bases for privacy reasons now, but basically it found that I'm staying in property, where is it? Monte Carlo, right? And then it accessed this knowledge base specifically. Now I'm going to get into more detail how this works in just a second. But next, this AI module processed this knowledge base in effect. And then what happened, there were 2 different scenarios, right? In one scenario, it knew the answer, in which case it just said your Wi-Fi name is here, Airbnb guest. And in the second scenario, we've specifically told this Gemini module, if you don't know the answer, then just let them know I don't know the answer, let me transfer you to a human. Now, this is great because there's so many levels to this. The second thing that actually happened is, as you saw, the second time round, it also went down this path. So if this AI module doesn't know the answer, it doesn't just tell the caller I don't know, but it also logs that answer into the second sheet here, knowledge base updates. And as you can see, if we scroll all the way down, here, call ID, then this is basically the room number, so we can identify the here 206, right, wherever it is there, 206, and then it basically summarized the question, can I bring an ostrich into the property, and then also the entire call transcript. So now we can go through this once a month and see, okay, these questions the AI doesn't know yet, let me update this specific knowledge base. On top of that, in Discord over here, it sent a message into the chat saying, there's a question missing in knowledge base 206, right? The question was, can a guest bring an ostrich into the property? Update the knowledge base here, and you can just click this and then you get brought to this spreadsheet. So this is really easy for the team also to update. Now, what is this system that I've been talking about the whole time? Now, the main system is that you have to break down the knowledge bases into smaller parts. So there's many ways you can build a knowledge base. You can have one knowledge base. It also depends which software you're using, but you can have one knowledge base for everything, which is this massive document, right? Just a huge document, and you can hope that the AI works that out. Second, you can put a knowledge base actually into the prompt. So when you're writing the prompt for the AI, you can have a section in here, hashtag knowledge base, and then you can literally put all your information in here. Also works, but after a while the prompt gets massively bloated and the AI has no idea what to say anymore. Now, both uploading a document to the AI and this won't work in this scenario, because the fact that everything is in one place it's bound to get confused. Even if you have little headings of this is for 206, this is for 305, whatever, right? It's still going to get confused just because there's so much information in there. So what you have to do is you have to take these bits of information and make separate knowledge bases from them. So you make one knowledge base for room 206, one for 305. And then the question becomes, of course, when do I access which knowledge base? In this case, it's actually quite simple because the AI just decides this is a detailed question. It uses this workflow up here as opposed to the general questions one. And as soon as it wants to use this one, it of course also has to ask for the reservation ID, in which case we can search the reservation software, get the ID, reference which property it's in, and then in the Google Sheet what we do is we basically pull out this knowledge base here, and as I said before, we send that into Gemini along with the question that the caller asked. And now we basically have, this is what I always tell people, right? Split things up into smaller, more manageable, bite-sized sections. Because if you try to give one big task to a single AI, it's going to get overwhelmed. So here we split it down into separate knowledge bases, one for each property in here. And then we also had a separate AI module in here answer the question. So it's not like we just send the entire knowledge base back into the chat here, because that would also just get overwhelmed. But we instead have a separate AI module whose only job it is to answer this question. And we have that answer the question and then send the answer back. So this way we have multiple little mini AI teams who are managing this, which overall becomes a lot more reliable, basically no hallucinations, and also hugely accurate because we can only access a specific part of the big knowledge base at a time, right? We only pull the room-specific knowledge bases out whenever we need them. Alright, so I hope you learned something new in this video. As you can see, there are many different ways to building a knowledge base, but especially if you have a lot of them and you need very, very specific information, I highly recommend breaking them down into more manageable, bite-sized pieces. Now, this is one of my favorite parts about helping businesses with AI because you always come up with creative solutions like this. There's nothing else like this really around. You have to come up with these solutions on your own. There is no playbook for this. And if you would like to benefit from my experience and my knowledge to save you some time, there are links down below to book a free AI consultation call. I hope to see you in there, and I will see you in the next video.